Israel has started its offensive against Hamas. The Israeli government has cut out all power sources, food and water supply to the Gaza Strip, starving the population out. They have issued a warning to the Gaza residents to move out from their homes to refugee camps as they ramp up their attack. But what does this mean for India? India has historically had complicated ties with this Israel-Palestine issue in the Middle East. In this video, we dive into India's stand on the Israel-Palestine conflict. We see all over social media Indians expressing their opinions, jumping to conclusions and defending their choices as soon as the attack on Israel began. But what is the government's stance on this issue? Unfortunately, it is a bit more complicated than just putting out a tweet and carrying on with our daily lives. India has historically supported Palestine from the start. In 1947, India voted against the two-state solution UN proposed right after World War II ended. If you haven't watched part 1 where we explain the history of the Israel and Palestine issue, the link is up here. India had voiced its opinion in support of a one-state federal solution. Having faced a disastrous partition themselves, India knew the atrocities and the terror associated with this kind of a policy from the West, and they didn't want that to repeat. But of course, over the years, we see a lot of twists and turns on India's Middle Eastern policy. India openly criticized Israel during the third and fourth battle between the Arabs and the Israelis, the Battle of 1963 and the Battle of 1967. India was the first country to recognize the Palestinian Liberation Organization, the PLO, which was formed to defend the rights of the Palestinians and come to an agreement with Israel. India even provided economic help to Palestine during times of hardship. This is what Nehru said at the time. Palestine is essentially an Arab country and must remain so. The right of the Jews for a homeland must not come at the expense of the homeland of the Arab population of Palestine. Gandhi: Palestine belongs to the Arabs in the same sense that England belongs to the English or France to the French. But before Bhaks and liberals start fighting amongst each other over what Nehru said, this is what Atal Bihari Vajpayee, member of the BJP, said when he was foreign minister. The land of the Arabs, which has been occupied by Israel, should be emptied. Palestinians should be offered a fair solution. In 2007, then Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, and in 2016, late Sushma Swaraj, reiterated the same sentiment on the Israel-Palestine issue. From these, it might seem that India's stance and support is with the Palestinians, but it goes way deeper than that. India has been playing a balancing act since day one. On one hand, their support and stance is with the Palestinians, but on the other hand, they recognized Israel as a country in 1950, having had military and economic ties throughout. Post 1991, the Indo-Israeli relationship got stronger. Under UPA 2, and now under the present Modi government, ties between India and Israel has been getting stronger and stronger to such an extent that it won't be wrong to say that India's stance is slightly tilted towards Israel. The present opinion of Prime Minister Modi is that he sees these attacks of Hamas on Israel as an act of terror. This is what he said on Twitter. Deeply shocked by the news of terrorist attacks in Israel, our thoughts and prayers are with the innocent victims and their families. We stand in solidarity with Israel at this difficult hour. But again, it would be definitely wrong to say that India is pro-Israel. This can be explained through India's balancing act over the last few years under the Modi government itself. In 2017, Modi visits Israel, but not Palestine. But on the flip side, he visits Qatar, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Iran. all enemies of the Israeli state. In May 2017, the exact same year, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas was hosted by New Delhi. He was assured of India's support to the Palestinian cause. In 2018, the next year, Modi visits Palestine, but not Israel this time round. In a letter as recent as 2022, Modi writes, "I reiterate India's unwavering support to the Palestinian cause." But why these double standards? Why does India need to maintain a smooth relationship between both these sides? The answer is simple. Over 1 crore Indian citizens plying their trade in the Middle East, contributing immensely towards the GDP. Over 50% of India's energy needs are fulfilled by the Middle Eastern Arab countries. Not only does India have military ties with Israel, but also with countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Qatar. At present, India has changed its stance on the two-state solution from being against it to supporting it as a solution for the Israel-Palestine conflict. So in short, India's relationship with Israel and Palestine, well, it's complicated, just like the issue itself. Whose side are you on? Please pin down your opinions in the comment section below. It helps out with the algorithm and we can start a new thread. If you liked the video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Thank you for watching DYNT News.